The DBT skill radical acceptance is important to use to manage painful events and emotions. Radical acceptance is accepting reality as it is, all the way, complete and total. You don't have to like it, condone it, or approve of it. Just understand that it is the reality right now. Radical acceptance is not approval, compassion, love, or passivity, and it does not mean you don't want to change. The goals of reality acceptance skills are to reduce suffering and increase a sense of freedom through coming to terms with the facts of one's life. Reality acceptance skills are for accepting your life as it is in the moment. They are particularly helpful when you are living a life that it is not the way you want it to be. You don't have to like it, just understand and accept that it is a reality in this moment. Fair is something the county runs. Radical acceptance helps you get out of the fight with yourself. When we are resisting reality, we say things like, "This is not okay," or "It's not supposed to be this way." Some things you can say instead are, "It is what it is," or "I don't like this and I wish it was different, and this is the reality right now." Think about something that happened to you that was unfair or not okay. Notice what you feel in your body. When we don't accept reality, we are holding on to this discomfort in our bodies. One of the reasons we are holding on to this is because if we didn't, we would have to grieve the loss of the thing we don't want to accept, such as ended relationships, injustices to you or someone else. When we don't accept something, we are adding additional suffering onto our lives. What has to be accepted? Reality as it is about the past and the present, even if you don't like them. It is important to stick to the facts. Beware of distortions, exaggerations, catastrophic thinking, or judgments that we do not need to accept. For example, "I was laid off and will never get another job." In this example, you would need to accept being laid off, but you would not need to accept that you will never get another job. There are limitations on the future, but we only need to accept realistic limitations. For example, if someone faints at the sight of blood, it is unlikely they will be a surgeon. Why accept reality? Rejecting reality does not change it. In fact, changing reality requires fast accepting it. For example, if you have been diagnosed with COVID, you would need to accept that it is the reality fast in order to seek treatment and protect others. Refusing reality can keep you stuck in unhappiness, bitterness, anger, sadness, shame, and other painful emotions. Pain can't be avoided. It's nature's way of signaling that something is wrong. Rejecting reality turns pain into suffering. Acceptance often comes with a lot of sadness, but even with sadness, it feels as if a burden has been lifted. Usually, once radical acceptance has taken place, people feel ready to move on with their lives. When to use radical acceptance? When life has dealt you a major trauma, pain, or difficulty. This can include things we regret in the past, a breakup, opportunities we have not had or passed up, or a family member that does not treat you well. Or you are in distress, but this is not a crisis situation. For example, being stuck in traffic or having plans with a friend canceled. Use radical acceptance when you find yourself saying things like, "Why me? It is not fair. This is not okay. They should be different," and so on. Remind yourself that this is the reality right now. Remember, You don't have to like something to accept that it is the reality at this time. You can accept and not feel compassion or love. You can accept and continue to try to implement change. In fact, you cannot change something you don't accept. If you don't face the reality as is, if you deny it, how are you going to change it? Radical acceptance is getting out of the fight with yourself.